the ammonium nitrate explosion of 2013. So when, where, why, how, and who. On April 17th, 2013, in West Texas, the West Fertilizer Company storage and distribution facility broke out into a fire and exploded with ammonium nitrate. For years, they didn't have a cause until finally the investigation ended and they ruled it as arson, but they never found a suspect or made any arrests. A lot of people were mad about this investigation and thought it could have been handled way better. They wanted to know who did this and why, and they never found a suspect. How many people were hurt? 15 people died because of the incident and over 200 were injured. People around the plant said it felt like an earthquake. There was a hospital around the plant and there was also a middle school. The toxic fumes from ammonium nitrate can cause skin and eye irritation. When inhaled, can cause respiratory problems, and if it's ingested, it can cause gastrointestinal problems. I imagine all the people, of the 200 people that were injured, were getting skin and eye irritation and respiratory problems because they were probably inhaling it. And inhaling the fumes. What chemicals were involved? One of the main chemicals involved in this explosion was ammonium nitrate. This chemical is a mix of ammonium and nitrogen. It is white to gray-brown, and ammonium nitrate can be used for fertilizer. It can be used in food to produce yeast and antibiotics, and it can also be used to create explosives, which is why, because whenever ammonium nitrate starts to deteriorate, it heats up. So that's one of the reasons why the fire was so big, because it started to catch on fire and exploded. This is the chemical symbol for ammonium nitrate. It's NH4NO3. Safety protocols then versus now. Before, they could go years without getting inspections at these kind of factories. After about 2 years, they finally made the change to make it mandatory for regular inspections of fertilizer plants. For about a year after the explosion, they didn't do anything, and there was an appeal or something like that made them make it mandatory to have inspections of the fertilizer plants. And these inspections should help with making sure they are storing their chemicals properly. How could this have been prevented? According to the article I found on Wikipedia, the factory wasn't keeping up with the regular inspections by OSHA, and OSHA also had previously cited them for improper storage of chemicals. And if they would have kept up with inspections and stored their chemicals better, the explosion might not have been as bad as it was. But also, like I said, they ruled it as arson, so whoever did it probably wanted this to happen and knew that it would happen like that. This first picture is from the Washington Post. It's a civilian's point of view of the explosion. And they were actually probably pretty far away because it doesn't look as big as it was from there, but it still looks pretty big. This is a picture of the explosion and then a firefighter in front of the explosion. This is a picture of just bags of ammonium nitrate. And then this was an overview of the damage from the explosion. And then this is another picture of the explosion and all the damage. And then my citations.